And here comes the play. Bomb will be planted. No chance to deny. Mousesports will quickly be in position, though. But first, they have to deal with Nafani. He's the first hurdle. Never mind, they've chosen to pressure into the longhouse. They don't expect a player here. They knew they had control of Dumpster. They discounted the fact that this could be Shiro's spot, and he's got two. He's looking for more, doing some damage, staying alive. Shiro might single-handedly be shutting this down for Mousesports. So much damage done. Frozen and Rops. An incredible play by Shiro. So good, it makes my voice crack. And now Frozen will have to try and get his team back into this alongside Rops. They've gotten positioning back up towards the platform, but it's all on Frozen now. 1v2, he takes the first. Would actually be a 1v3 and an ace to boot. And he's brought it down to the last. Never mind, a 4K, but he's done it. He doesn't have time. He's bailed out. He's getting gone. He's been dropped. No time for Frozen. Such a heroic effort, but no pistol round win. They focus in on him, and then as they come through, Dexter takes a kill. Ideally, Bemis gets a kill as well, and then they're well set up. Problem is now Hobbit has found the weak point. It was Cat. There's only one player there. He's taking the kill, and now the numbers are even. Costs Hobbit some health, but that's a worthy price to pay. Frozen set up by the double doors. Where is the scout? Back of sight, actually holding towards tunnels, but Frozen, he doesn't need a scope on his gun to collect ahead. The health is getting very low indeed, and now Nafani is dropped. The remaining two players are vulnerable from the pistols. And that's what we see come to fruition. Dexter gets a kill. Frozen, another 4 players survive, and Mousesports dominate the forced buy.
Frozen, nice, solid. It's a bad joke, I know. But we're going to have a pretty early clash. It's only Glocks, but you blink instantly. So, yeah, they will eventually get the trade. 2 kills with the Mach 10. I would say that makes it worthwhile for Bemis as long as now his other teammates don't start going down and losing the actual weapons that have some value to them. Oh, I don't love Frozen sticking around. He will get that 1 kill and realize he was already pushing his luck at that point. And holding onto the bomb isn't really a necessity anymore either when you have the 4-on-1. So yeah, backs away. His teammates even pushing up through lower. They don't quite catch Inters before he makes his way out, but they do spot the head as he makes his way back up the ramp. Bit of time to work with. I mean, they don't really have a lot. So if the goal is to move back and try and get the short control or whatever, they are not going to be able to have much time to chillax about it. They would have to get immediately on the move. And as they lose Nafani there to the scout at top mid, they're really just forced to go ahead and make that long commitment happen. Now just in a bit of a worse position than they were before. As you said, it was the worry of the flanks that had them slowing things down. But they weren't quite coming in. Not until now, anyway. There is a player pushed up through B, but I don't think he's going to get to do a lot, so it is going to have to be his teammates on the bomb site who hold on to things. Molly down on the ramp, that complicates the push up, and oh, a push straight through the smoke from Acor. He gets all of them! He just rocks the PD-50, he doesn't give a damn.
And if they hadn't made that gamble, perhaps it could have paid off. Still, it gets way too close. Let's see if Mousesports can get it a little more stable here. Oh, there's player already up on catwalk. 2 kills come through rapidly. Now 2 bodies dropped. Acor and Rops out of play. Mousesports on the back foot, but Bemis wants to bring it back. Yob's coming looking, can't face on that. Amali will give him a bit of space here, Dean.
This is going to be a tough hold. Nafani is creeping forward on towards the bomb site now. The player who was initially here to hold has dropped down into the spawn, I believe. So they're actually just going to very likely be looking at the retake setup, which, unless that long player finds early success, I was going to say is going to be tough with that up, but they do make it work. Dexter, at least, is able to catch Nafani. In the meantime, though, Axel, he snatches one back towards Bemis. They have that long control sure to work with for the retake, but how does Frozen make his way over? He's actually going to get caught from lower now, so at this point, it's just pretty much a save, I was going to say, for Dexter, but he was already pushed up too far to even have that opportunity.
No one's here, so he might be able to catch this, but there's no way for him to know that, so he can't feel comfortable about it. He'll throw a cross smoke. They're gonna try and split onto B with an op going solo mid. It works! Shiro catches the kill. Hobbit a second as Rops unscopes at the worst possible time. This bomb is headed into the site. How on earth has this worked? The god of timing has smiled upon Gambit this day, and the bomb will be planted, and I don't even know if Mousesports is going to go for this retake. Shiro is the guardian of the site in the back, tucked away, watching tunnels for now, and his 2 teammates have to deal with the mid-presence. There's no position to do so. Hobbit takes the first. He's instantly traded, but that's still good because he gives the information over to his team. And that off-barrel betrays another, but Acor doesn't care. The trade is there, but the health is low, and one more peek is enough for Frozen. What a madcap round, Dean, but it's a 6th on the board for Mousesports. No! There is time!
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. That's what I said. Oh, I was so close. If he had got the finish with that initial spray, I was literally on the edge of my seat. Like, is he going to have this now?
From Mousesports is continually catching Gambit off guard. And it's funny because this is a team that we know on their CT side love to get antsy, love to get aggressive. Rops just in the sight, takes a peek out towards mid. He catches one. Dexter's here, and he withdraws back into the smoke. Axile can't chase. Thinks he's gone back towards spawn, but as he's faced, he'll find Dexter right in front of him. Frozen's got another in the meantime, but Frozen's still alive on site. He needs to do more. It's a 3v2, but if he goes down with no ability, it would be tough. Never mind. Frozen up to the task, gets a second, and it's all left to Axile, who's isolated in mid. And he will catch a kill with a Molotov, actually, as he dies. Did call into doubt why it was Gambit's mouse pick a bit. There's a run boost. Acor actually tries to flip for it. Not going to hit it, and he's pushed off. That's a bomb plant. Bomb plant secured for Gambit. That's huge, and not a couple of kills. Okay, they try and get a bit more bold off it. They all die immediately. Dealt with. Rops kills everybody for Rops. Does he want to come back to clear this? Has to be careful because they could be coming through those mid doors at any moment. Dexter, an opening pick. That takes some of the pressure off of Rops, and now I think he's going to try and work his way into the clear. But do they not even realize the player's here? No, Acor's holding for it. He has to realize. Now he's spotted Nafani's gun barrel. It makes sense as well. He's gotten a kill. They brought this back in the numbers. Dexter's been cleaned up, but there's Rops coming through, dropping the bomb to boot. Provided he can keep his Opera alive now, this is a strong position for them to hold. And Acor, big pick, should shut down this round. All into Axile. A 1v3, no control of the bomb, 15 seconds, and a single Molotov. He's done. He's dusted, and Rops will put him out of his misery.
House aggression coming in, and they had sent Acor in, I believe that is, to help him out with getting the control initially. So they're only moving back to A now. And, well, will be caught slightly out of position potentially as that push comes in, but Dexter, no. He steps up, lost his teammate, realized he needed a 2-for-1 deal, and, well, he's going to do even better than that. Maybe a fourth to come his way. It is not, but he delayed for such a massive amount of time. Yeah, he held on fantastically there.
That's a running joke from the Renegades guys that he's actually got a secret family of children that he's left behind to
oh yeah, I know, but I think some people didn't know it was a joke.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, good trade. Oh. That's actually only the one player who's coming in through the spawn. So suddenly the B side gets a lot more pressure on those two that are defending. What the hell, Inters? He takes out both of them on B. We didn't get to catch it, unfortunately, but it is going to be Gambit who catch themselves control of the B bomb site and can perhaps actually salvage together a sixth round.
Except for the last round.
Wait, well, I can't be at this point. Yeah, Mike. No, unfortunately not. Mike, check. You okay?
It doesn't work out. I've lost count. I've lost track of time. Time is meaningless.
We're okay.
So now, yeah, they've got to go for it, but it's a tough situation.
It was a quick round.
They're going to try. Hobbit, he's popping in. He's got the flank, and that's just a beautiful shot to put him down and end the half. So they get to 6 rounds, team.
But so did Gambit with the USBs, of course, and they have a man advantage to their name as well. Very early on. A smoke down on B, though, that is going to indicate that the hit is likely coming in this direction. Quick rotations are able to come through as well to give the assistance, as 3 players pretty much are going to be here as the push comes through. Oh, but Instant Thinks enters. He knows what it's like now to lose B quickly. He was the one who had opened it up in that previous round. And, well, it's actually been traded out into the 3-on-3. They do, unfortunately, have to worry about the flank, which is notified it was coming in from behind, I believe. But they will get the bomb down, and now in a 3-on-3. Let's see if they can hold this off.
Here comes the hit. Shiro takes 1, Shiro takes 2. Tapping away with the USP and shooing him down. Now he knows where Acor is exactly. That means Hobbit can get out. And suddenly, the shoe's on the other foot. They've got control of the bomb. Hobbit can hold for the push. Shiro's actually not even going to commit into it just yet. They know he's there, and Hobbit will take the kill. The defuse can be had, and Gambit takes the pistol. Does have support out towards the long in the form of Axile as well, but for now, he's on an island. And they're trying to join him on that island. They're trying to swim to shore. Here comes the hops. Here comes the drops. Can he hit this shot? Yes, he can. It's just a body shot. There's the connection. Axile down. Now he is truly alone, and he will not be able to escape. Bomb going down. Site controlled with 5 alive. Dexter. Well, actually, it's Rops here in towards mid, continuing to collect bodies. Nafani low. He does have a gun, but he's being chased. Frozen in towards mid, and he's up on the Xbox. They know where he's at. They know he's dropped down. Certainly, there's no way he gets away from this. He's fled into the tunnels. He's made it so far. He's getting some ground, getting some real estate, and looking to kill any would-be pursuers. They will be pursuing. So let's see if he can catch Dexter. Or he is, in fact, going to be caught himself. There comes the kill. He is taken out of the server.
Because they didn't really have anything into the round. If they just spread out like a normal round, they really wouldn't have got much done. And maybe they can still get a couple of exits if they set up. Oh yeah, they're gonna just charge to the spawn. BMAS get instantly dinged. Just get some assistance from mid, and while they do manage to ensure that the players won't get out of the spawn, they unfortunately weren't able to keep BMAS alive. So just the one weapon going down.
But
it's like close enough. It has a scope.
Yeah, you know, operas need training rails. It's like the rails at the bowling alley that prevent your ball from going into the gutter.
Oh.
Shiro's gonna get a kill, so whatever it is, they're working for him. Now comes the peek from Exile, but he gets deleted. Blinder, no Acor will catch that, and so will he get the subsequent kill. Emus chiming in for one as well. This round is over. Bomb planted.
And, well, yeah, no, Gambit, even with these 2 weapons saved over, how's the buy going to be looking here in this next round? I don't know if they can quite afford to pull it out. At best, they'd be able to drop 2, but no, only 2,900. They want to try and put a quick end to this one before Gambit can really have any chance to get their feet on the ground, and this is where they want to do it. Yeah, that nade, though, doing some nasty damage for Hobbit. It is unfortunately a boost coming in. I was going to say he might be caught by it, but no, he ends up spamming in and finding Dexter. As unfortunately, the upshot was initially missed by Acor. He will eventually get the trade, but it's as bodies fall all around him as he's suddenly left alongside only Frozen, who isn't even in the general area to give him assistance right now. He's actually holding off rotations, which does work out for 1 kill. Himself, though, not looking too healthy with just 53, so it is going to be a difficult afterplant now as the bomb goes down. And yeah, I mean, it gets only more difficult as Frozen's left alone. He may catch this first player, though. Didn't quite spot the player creeping up out of spawn, unfortunately. By the time he did, it was a bit too late, and he's only able to get the one towards Axile before Shiro's there for the trade. Yeah, and if he was tested, he would have a tough time with only a single flash to hold off. Thankfully, that doesn't actually seem to be the plan. Instead, it's only Rops who's going to move in towards mid and see if he can keep these players in position. As we can see, a full short push is going to be the main goal. It's not working out too well, though. Shiro catches one while they were distracted then by the upper. Axile was able to pop back up for another, but as they get the 2 kills on mid, as Rops opens things up, suddenly they have a different option. They're going to bring it back towards B. And, well, there's only 1 player here to defend. It is going to be all on the Inters there to try and hold on. Needs at least 1 kill. Oh, never mind. Shiro's got that first kill for him. So, yeah, I mean... Oh, okay, doesn't even get the 1 kill. Thankfully, it was Shiro who found at least 1 frag. BMAS is left low, at least. So an easy trade. They even catch him before he can really get the weapon back into his hands. And yeah, Gambit up to 10. They found double digits at least. But it is a close round. It got a bit dodgy there with Rops finding those openings on mid.
That could be it.
And if the players have an idea of what they're seeing and what could be done, it's also going to be something maybe they need to pause for them to give their input. Yeah, that works. Acor actually catches Shiro on the cross. Not the first time we've seen him hit that shot either, just the first time the kill actually came from it. Before it had just been the damage. Ross is just going to push straight through the smoke. No! There's a gap between the 2 of them. Inters finds them.
That makes this tougher, Dean. I don't know. They're going to be taking long again. No, they're moving back towards the catwalk. Having worked Acor in towards the pit, and they come for the cat hit. That means responsibility is on Hobbit's shoulders, and he has shone in these moments before, but this is a big ask. Multiple players on the other side. About the boost. Smoke fades. He gets 1, but instantly traded. That might not be good enough because now his teammate Inters... Oh, no, never mind. Axile is alone on site. He's got to do so much, and he's going to try, but the flash is perfect. The kill is better. Now the platform has been lost. This bomb can go down, and the money never got healthy for Gambit, so we're already seeing them call the save.
Are they sitting slightly above the base 1400? I don't know if they'd won that many rounds in a row, to be fair, because they'd only won 3, right? They were on 8 initially, so I think they may just about have enough to get those rifles dropped over, hopefully, to the players who do need it. Because, of course, it needs to be 4 rounds in a row for Gambit if they want to take this to an overtime now, and...
Need a nade in turn, but that is very much worth the price of exchanging. He'll continue to control this, try and corral this, and perhaps face off against Hobbit. Meanwhile, his teammates, they take the ground, they take the site, they're moving up forward. Utility down to cover their path, and on they move. Axile in for a world of hurt here, perhaps. He has to hold on. He has to find 1. Can do no such thing. He mistakes his head. The trade is there, but the backstab is better, and Rops takes 2. Low health or no, he's identified the last player. He's tagged him as well. The bomb will be down, and now Inters has to find 3 to keep his team in this map. Has to try and save their bacon. He's making the move through. 1v3. Acor holding on the angle, trying to rip his limbs from their sockets. And now Inters will attempt with the AWP to win a duel against too many targets. Down he goes, 16-11. The first map is claimed by Mousesports, and they move ever closer to making their way in to the main event. Now we're going to see what we've got here. Gambit taking a little bit of a fight, and I need to just collapse my camera window. up here by Banana, and Hobbit will come away with the first scalp in this matchup. Now, we had talked about it. You had said maybe Gambit would have what done to them what they had done to Team 1, which is win both pistols and lose the map. And that's indeed what happened. They won both pistols on Dust 2. Didn't give them the map. But Hobbit, he's looking to make it 3 for 3 in this series. He's already found 2, and he's not leaving either. He's staying around. He's still got 7 bullets in this gun, trying to clip another head. That flashbang will catch him and force him back, but this may be a bait. There's 2 more players in the site to reinforce, and they've still got Rops on the other side of the map. But there are 2 players here from Gambit who are not moving, and why would they? None of their players have even taken a bullet to this. Fine.
Oh, and it continues. Eventually, Nafany takes a tiny bit of damage from the molly, but it doesn't matter. Hobbit has a free kill on the Acor, who didn't expect Hobbit to be up above on oranges, and well, yeah, they've got full control, including that bomb. Rops, the man who I mentioned, was doing so much damage on the lurk back on Dust 2. Yeah, this risky rotate, it looks like it very likely will actually pay off, but what is the info that's given them this idea? I guess the one peek down Banana, they didn't spot anything. They're like, let's just take the risk, guys. Let's see if we can get this hold on A. But it's still not enough. They continue to topple. Acor and Rops with entries in towards the bomb site, and the pit is where the crossfire comes from. And it's Axile, thankfully, who gets two kills for himself. I think they noticed one more in on the bomb site as well. But they can't actually help each other, completely isolated, so they just put the smoke down on Moto, they deal with Axile, and yeah, with that now the bomb should be planted, but look at the damage that had even been done.
They had the perfect read. Again, we're not quite sure what information betrayed it, but they had the perfect read. They had every player on one bomb site. 4-man hold.
Don't be looking for any early aggression. I believe he's just positioned over towards long. They are looking for aggression around Banana, it's just not with the upper. And the ball's on Nafany. I think he actually wants to swing this. Got blinded up for a moment, so it slightly delayed the plans, but he moves back in and just didn't expect Acor up close. There's the trade from Hobbit and the second, okay. Honestly, it looked like Acor was ready for that peak initially, but no, Hobbit, he takes him down and even comes in for a second to, well, fully reclaim control of Banana. That's actually forced Mousesports to make a play happen. And, well, it's come in. Axile, I believe he tried to peek into Apps there and gets punished for it.
So now it's definitely, well, actually looking quite good for Mousesports, despite the casualties, despite the damage that's been done. They've got control of the site. They got a player all the way into Graveyard, and under the cover of this smoke, they'll get a plant as well. So Dexter can put this bomb down. He's got a Molotov. They're going boosting over this. It's Hobbit on his head, which makes sense. He's probably quite light. Here comes the check. Dexter gets caught. He falls into the trap. Trixie Hobbitses. And here comes the peek from Graveyard. 2 bodies found. The third is there. It's all on Hobbit. But he will not find the 1 round to rule them all in this round. Got a player out towards the balcony as well. This is going to start to get quite dangerous. There are many pistols here. Robs could be thwarted. He's going to get shot in the back of the head by that P250, but swiftly their comrades do falter. Finally not able to do anything but just the USP, and it's just left to Hobbit to rotate with no armor and a CZ. He's not even going to bother. Keep the CZ. Hope they come hunting for reasons. And maybe you can catch a kill. Maybe work your way to apartments. That seems to be what he's going to do. Go for an exit frag.
You'd probably want to try and stop walking into stacks before you get into the gun rounds where Gambit really have everything you need, especially nades and such. But for the moment, anyway, it hasn't been much of an issue. Hobbit, he's better than a stack, apparently. He does it on his own. They're getting 2 frags.
Looking for a peek? Does he realize there's Hobbit behind the car? It's funny that we still call that a car.
I don't think so.
Not been a car in a while. Bemis, I think he's going to get called by the CZ. Yes, he is, indeed. A face full of bullets are what he gets. But Hobbit can't even get the gun before he's chased away. There was a second player there. Still, they've got the numbers now, and this could get very risky indeed.
But there is this boost right now that could maybe do some damage. The CZ again is the one up. Nafany with the deagle, hoping to be able to catch something as soon as his teammate finds contact, maybe with a bit of a spam there on that deag. And, well, there we go. It's actually the initial kill coming straight through for Hobbit. Nafany in the smoke catches frozen and even takes the AK away with him. It's all on Rops now. He needs to go huge. It's going to have to be the ace clutch fight. And, well, although I was going to say it looked like he was about to find that kill for himself. I was thinking, he's not this old now.
He's not. He's not. I'm painting the picture. He's just doing all the work himself, and he's doing a phenomenal job right now, but he needs some help. Imagine where they could be if he's got one more player with him. Rops, another nice entry. As we've come to say, every time Rops' name is used in a sentence, there's a player in pit, but Axile can't connect a kill just yet, and he won't be able to. A bit of damage is all he gets, and Inters is burning alive. This is disastrous. He's getting overwhelmed. From Graveyard, shot from on high, and Shiro's just going to have to save. Mousesports, they will deny the tied scoreline.
Yeah, I know that it's always good to see team contribution. I think overall, though, Mousesports are already giving that to us, even if it's not exactly.
Hobbit doesn't press his luck. He falls back towards site, knowing that he's the only thing standing between them and a vacant bomb site. And it's going to be on to Shiro. Misses that shot. Lined it up. Tried to hit the timing. Didn't quite have it. Maybe a fraction of a second off. Now the pressure's on towards him as he groups in towards the library. Could go through Arch, but they want to pressure this library hit. And Rops gets another entry and a second as well from on top of the balcony. So now it doesn't matter what Shiro's going to do. This bomb's going to be planted. He's being pressured from every side. Can he escape? Yes, for now. But they are hunting now. They do not want to let these guns get away. And Hobbit, he's going to take one, secure their flank at least, group up with Shiro, and perhaps play for the save.
I don't know. I feel like he's just always good for 2 entries. That's how it seems to be going for him. Just walking out of the apartments for free. To be fair, the player under the balcony was a little bit distracted as he was also being wrapped on from long, but...
Mirroring their scoreline on Dust 2 at the very least. 10 is distinctly still a possibility. And this time it does seem like they're fighting Banana, but blinded up. Everybody's blind. Dexter kills his teammate. Oh no! And Nafani, despite not seeing the players, he's gonna get away with it. His vision clears and there's just a corpse in front of him, dropped conveniently by his in-game leader. Axile gets a follow-up kill, and now things are looking very dangerous indeed for Mousesports. A catastrophic error at an unfortunate time. A bit of friendly fire, and now Acor down as these flashbangs are finding home and the shots to follow as well. Frozen and Dexter alone, together. Now they'll try and work their way up Arch. They are working as a unit at the very least, but there's 3 players to patrol this site and a 4th close at hand. This is all but impossible. They will try and get this entry going. The crossfire from the pit should be devastating. Pit and sight, what do you do about this? You find the first. There's the trade and the follow-up kill as well. Axile comes away with 3 kills in the round. Gambit find 6. We're seeing everything work a little bit better. It's similar to what happened on Dust 2, where they just took a long time to get going in the map. See if they have enough juice to recover this time. Frozen gets 1, but Shiro trades it on top of the half wall, and the Fani was baiting for him to try and attract the op crosshair, and Shiro gets a second as well as they try and chase. So a man disadvantage there again for Mousesports. They're going to try and rock on towards A as a result. Hobbit is here, though. They've mixed up the spots, and that might just be the solution. Hobbit and Inters. Bit of a crossfire. Hobbit tucks into the mini pit, but he's going to be dropping the bodies. Not enough. Not an equal trade. A 2v2 here. And this bomb going down. Tag damage back on Nafani. Bomb now down. A post plant to play. No utility for the T side. And no utility apart from 1 single found flashbang here for Gambit. See what they can work. Frozen alone. Shiro doesn't care. He kills everybody. A 4K for him in the round. The final 2 critical kills and a defuse there to bring this as close can be. It seems like Rops is already trying to take some peeks. He was monstrous in the first half. We'll see if he can do it again, but it was Hobbit with the absolute boss of the server, and this time Rops will slay him early, get him out of the way, and perhaps take the first pistol round away from Gambit in this entire series. Frozen can't get it done, though, however. 3 players locked into this site. That may have just been the bait, and the hit is coming through. Mousesports are set up perfectly for this. That was, in fact, the bait. Here comes the switch. They don't expect these players in the back. The flash is out. Acor finds a bit, but Dexter and Acor, they've been tagged. Now the kills come in. Themis is there. The bodies are dropping, though, and it leaves just Rops. He needs to find 3 more kills in this round. He'll isolate the first. He drops them. Both players now back in towards the same angle. Shiro looking for him. And he will do a lot of damage, but he ultimately can't take the round. That's now 4 out of 4 pistol rounds, 1 for Gambit, Dean.
But they've kind of made up for that now as Acor snatches a kill on towards Hobbit, who again was so good for Gambit in that first half.
Oh, he's coming into the angle. And he wins the fight. I was going to say, that's a bit foolish, but never mind. Acor just so good. Even though he's lost a teammate, now Bemis is back in the angle, and they're actually working together. He's just willing that Opera to come out. Come on, Shiro. Give me the kill. Give it to me. There's the flash so that he can reposition, get up close, but he gets wrapped from mid. Folks, a little bit too long on the gun barrel of Shiro. Bemis trying to swing, but that just baits him into Shiro's angle. Now it's a 2-on-2. What a recovery for Gambit. Incredible showing from them. 2 players going to come through the smoke. They've taken the control out towards Moto, but they got to get the kills, and those aren't available. What a play from Axile and Shiro. Now we're going to. Frozen and Acor picking up those big green guns. Shiro's going hunting. What is this madness? He's alone. No, he's got support now, and it's going to work out. The second player swings. There's the jump. There's the trade. Nafani playing his job perfectly, getting one kill, sacrificing his life for another, and a player already in pit catches Bemis off guard. They have played Mousesports like a fiddle, and Hobbit adds an extra tune, taking Dexter out of the server as well. Frozen, he'll get one, but it's a pity prize. He's got no hope of the round. He's just going to try and save the AWP, and Gambit will climb to 13.
Obviously, they're not going to now, actually, because they're both just going towards the pit. They're going to chill in there and ensure that they save over. But yeah, that means obviously that an op is going to be carried into this following round for Frozen. But it hasn't sold the fake for very long at all now because they've been taken quite a while.
Oh, no.
Oh, Frozen's going aggressive, though. This is going to be tough. He needs to somehow manage to get two from this, and he does! They line up. He has another teammate up close to him, ready to swing in. And he finds the frag, drops the bomb, I believe even spotted the final player. And then puts that smoke down to ensure that Inters is not going to have an easy time making his way in towards that bomb site. And, well, even just gets the final kill with a spam through the smoke.
The op is zeroed in. There's a player out by logs, though, and Frozen, he realized he flies to it. But there comes the peek. He gets a kill, sticks around a little bit too long, and he's the only player there. So now guess who has an op? Axile does. And even toss it over to Shiro if they want to play their roles, but he's not going to give that one up. Maybe should, since he has the tech, but... And Dexter is low. He's dinged. They're chasing him. They catch the kill. That's another gun found. It's falling apart here, Dean. The op goes looking. The op's going to get another. Oh, no. Guns found. Another op can be had. And the bomb is down in a 2v3. You've done it, Dean. You've jinxed them. You have jinxed them straight to hell and back. And here comes the kill to finish it. It's up to Rops now. 1v3. And he doesn't have a kit. He doesn't have a kit. He's just going to try and get the kills and prevent them from getting out of sight. He's given up on the round. It's going to be map point for Gambit. He just wants to take some guns, and that's not going to happen. He cannot win this. And he will have to back away and keep what he has. There was even a kit on his way up.
Oh, God.
Still don't know that he would have gone for it.
He still,
but that's map point.
Really.
They're slowed up, though. Just long enough. The teammates are getting in here. What can Dexter do? Now he's got the op for support. They're in towards the grill. They're popping up over to clear out coffins. There's the spot. There's a kill, though. Dexter nearly gets a second. He may have done enough, but Hobbit swings it back the other way. A 2-on-2 now. Bomb being planted with time to spare. But never mind. Nafani goes down before he can get this bomb down to dirt. Now Hobbit's in an awkward position. He spotted the player, but Rops will get the kill regardless. Ooh, maybe not. Frozen holding back in towards Arch. This could actually work out if they wind up going for a wrap, or even if it just comes in for the quick flank. Comes in for the peek. There's going to be the check. There's going to be a kill from Dexter. Another HE kill, or rather an HE finisher coming in. And look at the health of these remaining players, but Nafani's gotten the kill. 2 to his name. It doesn't matter the health if you continue to click heads. Rop's going to have to do some work, and there's a player coming from on top. He can't quite finish him off. That's Hobbit, and that's the map 1. Gambit closed things out 16-12. We're getting a third. We are going to the full 3-map series. We're getting vertigo here, Dean. Rocking up by the scaffolding hallway is Bemis. He's going to try and chase down this kill. They've lost every single pistol round in this series so far, but let's see if Mousesports can change their pistoling fortune. There's an HE on Dexter. A little bit interesting, but Shiro and Hobbit are shutting this down once more. And this is looking dire again. They may have just taken a bomb going to be planted. Frozen gets a follow-up kill, so suddenly it's looking much better, especially with a late flank coming through from Rops. The ever-present lurker is working his way through mid, and they just want to delay long enough for Rops to get in position, and here he is. There's one. It was actually Acor to get the kill, and Acor to get the second as well. Mousesports have finally done it, Dean. They've won a pistol round. They're still going to have to leave a player to watch, even as you're hitting an A take. If you don't enforce that kind of late lurk or that mid presence, teams are way too quick to abandon and fully commit to fighting an A-ramp take. Acor, speaking of A-ramp, will drop 2 bodies with the AWP over here. He's looking for a third as well. Just on the other side of smoke, it's going to be Frozen instead to collect Hobbit, as he was so focused on finding the AWPer. And at this point, 2v5, these players are going to save. They're going to back off towards B. If it comes towards B, well and good. They'll fight for it. Actually,
yeah, this is just made insane. Oh,
there we go.
Yeah, he was tucked in on the left corner, not directly below him, but it does end up catching him off guard either way. So it's all on Axel. Acor, he must have heard you saying he had a bit of a quieter map on Inferno, because he comes in and hits 2 ridiculous shots above that smoke over on ramp to at least maybe try and catch 1 or 2 players as they push in. But there wasn't a second smoke put down, so never mind. There's plenty of room for Nafani to work with. He's trying to stop that bomb plant, but he's not able to get it done. and actually ends up going down in the smoke eventually to the Mach 10. They have at least managed to hang on to the man advantage for now, so that's the main thing that matters. But obviously the bomb is in play, and suddenly the time is working against Gambit, despite having that man advantage. Oh, and yeah, they want to go real quick. Decent trade up close on BMAS. Watch through the smoke that Inters was able to pull that one back, so a great find. But Dexter and Acor ready for the double peek. They want to try and swing in together. It's actually planted around the corner. This must be some sort of miscommunication, surely. Oh, he actually gets that kill. There was no kit either on Inters. So, that's unfortunate.
I mean, that's really odd, right? Presumably, if you're going to do that, you're going to play from the side hallway as opposed to holding from ramp itself. Now they're going to work in towards opposite corners. Not able to spot each other just yet. Comes the attempt here, and he's going to spot BMS. That's a huge kill to find early and so much map control. Dexter will try and bring it back, but he's been tagged, he's been dropped. And this side of the map is closed for business. Utility down, a Molotov to hide the fact that there's a player pushing if someone was close enough to hear. This is a great setup. Frozen somehow gets the better of Nafani there, despite the fact that Nafani shot first. Now, it's only a one-man advantage, but Axile is on the fast flank, and time is running out for this take. Mousesports needs to hit it now, or they need to be very prepared for Axile to be on their behinds. And they appear to be neither. There's one, there's two. The third kill, not quite there, but all but claimed by Axile. 10 points of health for Acor, 3 players to find. Surprisingly open, but they'll hear him rotating off. He's about to be dead. No chance he gets this kill. Shiro's looking for it, pushes out, and he's done. BMS with the Galil would be the most likely candidate. They're going to come towards B, hoping that he can do it. It's going to be their point of contact. That means pressure's going to be on to Axile. Axile on top of the box cannot track where BMS is on the other side of the smoke, and so he is dropped. Now there's a chance. A chance for a plant at the very least. Inters is close up by the smoke, wants to deny this. He's been tagged, but he did find the first kill. And a nade in. Frozen actually hits the no-scope with the scout, but Hobbit is there to deny anything further. A nade tossed over, and 2 quick kills with the rifles.
Oh, never mind. They actually want to re-aggress somewhere else. I'm down with this, though. Shiro holding the angle up close while Nafani actually takes the peek in, and he only finds one, sure, but he finds out that there was a couple more players around ramp here, and that's where, well, at least the majority of the presence was for Mousesports.
They've got that late lurk and Robs, but it's not really going to much matter if his teammates are all dead before he can do anything. BMS bringing it back over, presumably to group up with Rops, having failed to make any inroads towards A, but Axile's holding this angle. Now Rops is going to come looking, and, well, this isn't an option anymore. 13 seconds, this it might be a save, to be honest. He's either got a die or save. No in between. BMS collects one.
Oh, no.
He's going forward. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. He's gonna get clocked, and clocked indeed he is. No money there for BMS. Doesn't die in time, doesn't plant the bomb.
But it's still a little rough. It doesn't give him even any pistols here in this round to try and contribute. Acor doesn't bother buying a pistol either because he wants to get the op, so it's only a couple of deagles and a scout that can really do anything. But hang on, Rops is one of those players who spent the 700 and even got Kevlar, sorry, alongside that deagle. So see the damage it's able to do, but they line up for Hobbit. It seems like they've kind of been each other's counterparts so far throughout this best of 3. But it's Hobbit who comes out on top of this one. It was to be expected, rather. He had the weaponry, his opponents did not. And Frozen maybe contribute a small bit more with a couple players low. This scout could be very dangerous. It is actually both of those who are in on mid as well, but no, he doesn't get a chance to even pop off a shot. 6-5, Gambit now with 6 rounds in a row.
For subsequent rounds, I'm just not too concerned for them. We're going to see the hits going to come through. On they move, Nafani. Trying to silence this aggressive A-ramp take, and he has gotten bolted. They realize he's been tagged. No, he still gets the kill on Frozen. Keeps his Opera alive. That's huge. Gonna try and do more. This is really nicely played, and they've got Hobbit here behind the cement barrels. This is gonna be so tough. Hobbit strikes for a kill. Nafani gets another. As soon as they try and zero out one player, they get stabbed from another direction. Shiro with the backstab onto Acor, and Rops is the last survivor. So we were worried about maybe breaking that economy. Don't even have to think about it, as Rops is now in a 1v5 with no bomb control, plenty of time to work with, but not a hope in hell. You do. And especially when you look at the numbers. I mean, the reality is, if you look at Gambit's Vertigo, they win the majority of the rounds on the T side, as one would expect from a Vertigo team. That's not true for everybody, but economy under them, it was a different story. They figured out how to shut down this A-ramp take, and deal with Rops' aggression in towards mid, and everything changed up. There we go, though. Dexter gets an opening pick. He gets a second as well as he catches Nafani dancing around the smokes, and that's the A site wide open. Rops gets a kill on the flank. So here's what Mousesports, this is what was supposed to be happening all map long. They're looking to bookend a very good start, a very mediocre middle part, with a round win right on the end. But Rops won't be part of that. Axile's chased him down. That confirms that there's maximum of one player here on the A site. That is Inters, who's actually going to get aggressive. Instead of playing a retake with his teammate, he wants to get kills on the site proper. Bomb's now been planted. Inters is looking for this. Is he ready for it? Yes, he is. Finds Bemis around the edge of the smoke, but now they know he's here. What does he do? He just stays. He just stays and they back off. Okay. Comes out the victor.
Yeah, unfortunately, no nades, no smoke for them to try and actually get in there and stick on towards that bomb. I think they put one down a moment ago, maybe. Actually, yeah, apparently they did, because that was blocking off the angle from the sideway, but it's still going to fall all onto Axile. Gets the 2 kills, and okay, is just going to look to try and stick it. Frozen, though, with the AK, spams away, and, well, eventually gets the kill. He had actually just taken Axile off of the bomb. Gambit, as we said, had won 9 rounds in a row before Mousesports eventually put a bit of a break to that run that they had. But now it's Mousesports who need to put on one of their own. Smokes in towards A. They already have got themselves up, of course, extremely close, but also the rotations have come through from Mouse. They do know what's going on, but they, at the moment anyway, just can't do anything about it. Rops gets one from above the smoke, but that's it. Every other frag goes the way of Gambit as they take full control of A and full control of the round, as it's all onto Acor. A near impossible 1v4 at this point, and he actually gets caught with the knife out there, trying to transition away through the spawn, and there it is, 10-6, Gambit up to double digits. I think, yeah, I thought Frozen had it a little bit on this too as well. Oh, did Shiro spot that? No, I don't think he did, but he just spams through. Unlucky Frozen. Oh, that hurts.
Try for the lineup and find it. Oh, this nade's gonna be good. Is that right on the player? Yep. Rops catches that one on the forehead. Now Nafani's found another kill. This is starting to look very bleak indeed for Mousesports in this first gun round. They are going to attempt take here towards A, and can Mouse hang on? Can Dexter hang on to be specific? Well, he gets one and done. Bombs down. Bemus could consider the save. He wants to test it. You can see Rops isn't even flinching. He's not even coming this direction, which means that Bemus is likely going to back off.
Yeah, it's getting there. We're not seeing, as I said, any resistance really from Mousesports. 1 round since that initial streak of 5, and there's at least going to be Bemas getting a frag to hold onto his gun. He wanted the AK. Yeah, I think I may have went a little bit over while he was tucked in up close. Either way, he's pretty thankful to have not taken any damage from it. The issue is his teammates are not finding the same success. They are being picked apart across the map. Another entry towards A prompts the full hit to complete on this side of the map, and it's going to have to be Bemas who steps up. They tried to flash him over to take a peek and see what can be pulled back, but the answer was nothing. It is now all onto Acor and Rops to save the day, and there is a small bit from Acor to give us some hope. The bomb's only going down now as well, to be fair, so they do have the time. But do they even want to give this a go? I don't know. I think they probably just need to save again.
Trolling mid might be able to keep his teammates safe if they do come over the mid berm. Does he have the angle on it? Looks like he might. Rops gonna collect a kill, and that should be both guns making it through. So good damage, good save, but no round. That's what matters at this point, Dean. Your guns are great, but it doesn't matter what gun you have if you can't win a round with them. Frozen is still around, but he's got a lot of responsibility for this site. Frozen and Bemus, and Frozen is gone now. All onto Bemus. Huge pressure on. Rops takes a kill elsewhere, but if they continue to pressure onto the A ramp, I don't know what's going to happen here. Bemus is retaking the space towards the side hall, and he might actually find the flank onto Hobbit. Does he find the timing? Comes around the corner. Just in time? No. Hobbit has slipped away. But man, that was close. So A's closed for business. They have the information on that now, or at least should. What does that cause Dexter to do? He's moving back in towards mid, perhaps. Is he all the way down through the ladder? I think he is. I can't really tell from this particular mini-map. Yeah. We're going to have a molly into the back site. That's going to make it very awkward for Rops indeed. He's burning. He's got a peek, and he doesn't get a kill. Damage done, but damage is not good enough at this juncture. Bomb's going to go down. Dexter dropping mollies, smokes to cover them off. Gotta try for the hero play. 19 seconds to go, but he cannot deny the bomb plant. The nade, good, but it's not on the low HP player. That's Inters out by the stairs, and now coming through the smoke, Hobbit should catch him. Looking for the close-up player, and Hobbit indeed does have the first, all into Bemus. a 1v3. He's going to attempt the hero play, but playing out on the edge is Kovic. Oh, nearly gets the kill just with the spam, but Bemis, he'll take one and then press on in. As the kit no longer has utility, and Shiro, with that cover gone, will eliminate his opponent.
15-6, it's such a difficult scoreline to come back from. I mean, I never start believing in those comebacks till you hit about 10, 11 rounds, and they're even a good bit from that before it really starts becoming somewhat believable. Again, though, good entries. They had actually lost the player to BMAS initially, but a flash in towards B, only a sole defender there. They managed to get that trade. And yeah, the bomb goes down. Now it's going to have to be the 4-on-4 retake for Mousesports to keep themselves alive in this series. If they don't make it happen, then unfortunately they will be heading down to that lower bracket, and it looks like that's what's going to be happening, Mike. As Acor at least fights a small bit back in, but they're sitting with a man disadvantage.
They need a hero. They need a knight in shining armor, and it's not going to be Acor. He is put down, and Gambit make their way through. 16-6. They have done it. They've taken the series after dropping their map pick in the initial...